Hey y'all, Farmer Dre back at it. It's another beautiful rainy day here on the farm. I am standing out here in high tunnel number 2 and we are working up the soil. If you guys remember, we had the strawberries in here, planted tomatoes. Tomatoes didn't do good at all in here. So I'm out here, we are working up the soil. I rototilled this once. First of all, I cleaned all the plastic and everything out of here, pull that out. I am saving the drip tape because I have another plan or idea in here. So I'm going to come through here in a couple weeks and I'm going to go ahead and direct seed some lettuce, some kale, some spinach just for us to eat over the winter months. Just to have something to eat, of course, and of course not have the ground empty, sitting here bare. So since these are through the USDA and they are through a contract, we have to have some actively growing in the soil pretty much year-round. That's one of the perks there, or one of the things we have to do. So in number 1 and in number 3, I think I'm going to plant a cover crop like ryegrass, just have some growing. But in here, since we didn't do that good in here with the tomatoes, I just want to have something to have and eat. And then of course we're going to sell a little bit of this that we're going to grow. So just that's the plan, that's the idea in here. So I'm going to go ahead and I have a little thing I want to try in here. That's what I want to go ahead and show you guys. And that is a deep ripper in the high tunnel. You guys remember what we did in number 3 before we planted those tomatoes? I got our pallet forks and I dug through and I fluffed up that soil real nice, took all the rocks out. But in here, over the past few years, you start building a compaction layer, a layer where you have 2 to 3 inches, maybe 5 inches of nice fluffy soil, and then that hard pan underneath. That pan is just over foot traffic, tractor traffic, just something, it creates a hard pan, and then it's really hard to get down deep in there. So my plan, my idea in here is to come through. Of course I rototilled it, I cleaned it up, but I have this cultivator I bought here from a farm auction a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, and I paid $50 for this thing right here. Now, of course, I bought some wagons. I bought more and more stuff, but this is one of the things that I thought was a good deal and I could use here on our farm. So I'm going to go ahead and see what kind of damage I could do with this deep ripper here, or it's a cultivator for corn and beans if you're growing that stuff. But I'm going to try to get this, 7-8 inches down in the ground to see if I'm able to rip up the soil, just to allow more nutrients and allow more water and the roots to penetrate down deeper. So yeah, we got the 30 horsepower tractor with the ripper in a high tunnel. So many people I've never seen this happen, or never done. So this is a setup right here, small New Holland tractor with a ripper, and I'm going to try to get this as deep as I can. Hopefully I don't bring up too many rocks. This mess right here, this is all the drip tape and everything that was here from the strawberries, and I'm saving this, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the header line there, and I'm going to run these lines, these used lines, back down through every single row that I plant, just so I won't have much expense into this. Technically, you're not allowed to do this, but since we're just doing this for the fun of it and not trying to make a profit off it, I'm trying to keep my costs all the way down and just have a little for something to eat here. So that's the goal and idea. But like I mentioned, we're going to go through and plant this tunnel, direct seed it in a couple of weeks. I still got to come through here and put the fertilizer. But today I want to go ahead and show you guys the deep ripper here and what's going to turn out. I don't even know how it's going to work out. I made one pass with this thing before we had to do a farm tour this morning. But yeah, it's we'll see how it turns out. So it's not going down too deep. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe it's not ripping as good as I thought here. Maybe I got to do a few more passes here, but it's doing all right. It's not too bad. I need some more weight on it though. It's not going down deep enough. Maybe I got to take off some of the shanks here, but I'm gonna do a few more passes here, see what it looks like. So it is fall here in Missouri. We're getting rain. It's coming down pretty good. I'm gonna roll up the sights here and get back to work. So this is me going back and forth, ripping up the soil. And I started realizing the more I was doing it, the better of a job it was doing. So as you can see here, just back and forth. And it was doing a really good job. If you can see there in the soil, there's a lot of clumps coming out from that bottom layer there. So I'm really happy of how it turned out, but it's just kind of a tedious job driving the tractor back and forth. But hey, it's working out better than I expected. It's turning out pretty good, so I was really happy how it turned out. But yeah, back and forth. Okay, so I think it's working pretty good. There's a lot of new chunks of dirt. There's a lot more loose soil now compared to when I got done tilling it. So I think it's working out pretty good here. I got to do a couple more times. Let it work out pretty good. But as you can see here, the soil gets down pretty deep. Wow. A lot more. There you go. That's when it starts getting hard again. So we got to, look at that. I'm in a nice, camera doesn't adjust, it's nice, about a foot there, a nice loose soil. So that's what you want to see right there. You guys know me, I like trying things, and my first time ever using this implement. Like I said, it's designed to cultivate corn, like commercial field corn, or if you're doing sweet corn or anything like that, or that's what it's pretty much, it's a chisel plow on a 3-point. So that, they called it a cultivator, but it's just a chisel plow without the springs here. So it's working pretty good. I said, like, there's a lot. Look at that, my foot's sinking in there. My foot's gone. It's like sand. That's what you want to see. So yeah, super excited. I'm glad it worked out pretty good. Alrighty, y'all. So yeah, it's working out pretty good. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna come through here in probably next week or so to plant, direct seed, all that stuff. It's about the right time. I'm busy working on some other stuff right now, so I'm not gonna have time today to go through and plant this all, but I'll come through here again, rototiller it, and make sure that the soil is nice and fluffy, and then I'm gonna come through here and direct seed it and plant it in there. So well, yeah, it's gonna look good. If this works out really good with the cultivator in here, with the ripper, I'm gonna go ahead and do that in all the tunnels. I can't do that in number 1 because we got the pipe underneath there. But even in number 3 there, next spring or this fall, go ahead and do that. Rip up that soil before you plant the cover crop in, allow more soil and allow the water to drain faster. Just helps out the soil a lot more. So yeah, it's a quick little, cool little piece of equipment I bought in the auction. Like I said, I paid $50 for it. I was bidding against the guy who was gonna scrap it. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna use this. Don't scrap this. So it's gonna work out pretty good. So I'm excited. I'm glad we got a little cultivator for the back of the small tractor now, and it's gonna work out pretty good. Alrighty, y'all, this is gonna be it for today. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button if you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, hit that notification icon so you guys can be notified whenever I do upload a video. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. Y'all have a good day, and we will see you next time.